Good morning. It's Miss Kat from Owl Hill Learning Center. Today is a snow day for us, so we are doing virtual. It is Wednesday, December 16th, and we are going to complete our morning read aloud. We have been starting to study Gingerbread in conjunction with our gingerbread stories. We read Gingerbread Baby earlier this week. And today we are going to read Gingerbread Christmas. Gingerbread writes her stories about animals, so she's an author, and she draws stories in the borders of each of the page. So she's an illustrator. She's an author who writes the words, and she's the illustrator who draws the pictures. And what's unique to her books is that you'll see in the edges of the pages, it tells you what happened on the previous page, and it helps you make a prediction as to what's going to happen on the next page. So before we get to our read aloud, I would like to do our morning meeting the way we would traditionally do it, which we would start by reminding everybody to think 5. Legs are like a pretzel, hands are in our lap, ears are listening, mouths are quiet, eyes are on the speaker. Then we would do...
Jeffrey, your papa's here.
Then we would do our morning read aloud, our morning song. So we are going to sing Dr. Jean, Rise and Shine. Welcome to school today, rise and shine. And welcome to school today, rise and shine. And welcome to school today, we're so glad you're here. So I tell the kids at that point that was a kitty cat. So now we're at a lion. Rise, school today, rise and shine. And welcome to school today, rise and shine. And welcome to school today, we're so glad you're here. A little softer, back to kitty cat. And shine, and welcome to school today, rise and shine, and welcome to school today, rise and shine, and welcome to school today, we're so glad you're here. Whisper mouse version, mouse. And shine, and welcome to school today, rise and shine, and welcome to school today, rise and shine, and welcome to school today, we're so glad you're here. That is the end of our Rise and Shine song. So next we would traditionally go over to Weather Bear, and we would talk about the weather. So let's take a look at the weather. Today, the weather is snowing. So we are going to put a star on snow today. Weather Bear needs to be dressed appropriately for that. So Weather Bear is going to need nice pants. He's going to need a nice jacket to keep him warm. He's going to need nice mittens on his hands, so his hands aren't cold from playing in the snow today. He's going to need a hat on, keep his head warm. He's going to need shoes on. That's the way Weather Bear is going to stay warm today during the snow. I hope you guys get outside to play a little bit in the snow. Maybe make some snowballs and count how many you made or whatnot. So now we're gonna complete our read aloud of Gingerbread Christmas. So here's our front page, our back page, our spine. We have our title page, Gingerbread Christmas. So again, Gingerbread draws these little shapes in the edges of her stories. on the edge of the page that tells you what's about to come. So I see a little gingerbread boy or baby. Let's find out what's about to happen. Everyone in the village is talking about the Christmas festival, Maddie told the gingerbread baby. So Maddie is one of the characters in our story. I can sing in my gingerbread band, the gingerbread baby sang out. Maddie laughed. But you didn't have a band. Then Maddie had an idea. Gingerbread baby, practice your best song. I think I can help. And he hurried off to fetch the old cookbook. There's the cookbook. So I wonder why he's asking them to get a cookbook when they're talking about having a band. It's kind of interesting. So on the left side of the page, I see that they've got the cookbook open and they've got a bowl and they're mixing and they've got the ingredients. In no time, Maddie had mixed the ingredients, rolled out the dough, and popped the gingerbread into the oven. Bake a full 8 minutes, the cookbook read. Do not peek. Tick, tock, tick. 6 minutes went by. Maddie peeked. Out of the oven came musical instruments, all made of gingerbread. So he made musical instruments made of gingerbread to help the gingerbread baby have music to play, instruments to play. They danced on the table, playing as they went. The instruments clamored to perform then and there, but Maddie toned them down. There's Maddie decorating all the gingerbread instrument cookies. We talked about that in our writing this week. What could you use? What items could you use to decorate a gingerbread boy or girl or a house? We talked about all the different kinds of candy, right, Riley? Riley, you said what kind of candy could you use? Right, but what candy did you say? You said donuts and sprinkles. Julian, what did you say? Candy canes. There's all different things. In fact, I see those right here to decorate them with, right? Turn the page. Uh-oh. I know in a lot of our stories, there's a fox. I wonder how this story is going to be different. The gingerbread baby was first in line, practicing his singing as he went. Do, re, mi. Then came the gingerbread band, a violin, a cello, a double bass, a French horn, a clarinet, and trumpet, tooting and zooming to the beat of the big bass drum. They bounced along, playing a march, while the gingerbread baby led the way. So there's the gingerbread baby with Maddie. And there's the gingerbread instruments on a sleigh behind them. I see that tricky fox is watching. Uh-oh. Down in the village, the gingerbread baby and all the gingerbread instruments strutted on stage and began to play. So they're having kind of like a concert in the middle of town. I see the fox is with a bear and a squirrel. On the other side of the page, I see that they're watching intently. It says the villagers appeared from up the street, down the street, and out their doors. Wild animals peered through the trees. Look at those instruments playing a tune, a boy sang out. And a snappy one at that, a girl said, tapping her foot. The gingerbread band played so sweetly that everyone just had to dance. So that's what's happening previously. They're dancing, and that's what's still happening. They're dancing. On the next page, it looks like everybody's having a very good time. The gingerbread baby saw the animals inch closer. Aha, he thought, I have just the music for them. And he struck up the wild animal waltz. I see all the animals, though, and they look like they might be hungry. Squirrels and rabbits and dogs and bears. The instruments played faster and faster. No one was left standing still. There's everyone dancing, animals and people alike. In the middle of the festivities, little Anne Sophie stepped in closer. I think those instruments are really cute. Guys. Are really cute cookies, she announced, and I so want one. Everyone stared at the stage thinking, I want a piece of the gingerbread for myself. They're hungry. They want to eat the poor gingerbread and all his instruments. Make a prediction in your head. Yes, you think that they are going to snack on the gingerbread and his instruments, or no, they won't. Let's turn the page and find out. To distract them, the gingerbread baby began singing a beautiful song. Stars twinkle, twinkle in the night, silver trees and snow delight. Hand in hand we twirl around, twirling to the magic sound. The villagers were spellbound. Nobody noticed the instruments behind him quietly leaving the stage. So he distracted the villagers so they wouldn't want to eat his instruments while they snuck off stage. It's pretty smart. Backstage, Maddie knew that the jig was up. He made a plan to hide the gingerbread band. So look what he's doing. He's turning all the instruments into snowmen to hide them so that they can leave without being eaten. It's pretty clever on his part. While the gingerbread baby was singing, he scooped up the snow and did a little magic where no one could see. When the gingerbread baby saw that the gingerbread Christmas instruments were safe, he changed his tune. I'm the gingerbread baby, just try to catch me. Look all around, but you'll never guess where I'll be. And he did a backflip off the stage where Maddie was waiting. There's Maddie, our main character of our story. There's the gingerbread baby escaping. The gingerbread baby zigged and zagged. Catch him, a boy yelled. We want that rascally baby, a girl cried out. He was headed toward the big Christmas tree when he disappeared. The villagers looked and looked, but the gingerbread baby had vanished into thin air, and the gingerbread instruments were nowhere to be seen. We'll never forget the sweet sounds of the gingerbread band, the villagers consoled themselves. Maddie waved goodbye. Look at all the animals. Not far away, the gingerbread baby was hiding. It was the hardest thing he had ever had to do. The gingerbread baby was thinking, I must be absolutely quiet. I must be perfectly still. Look really close. There's the gingerbread baby hiding on the tree. And if Aunt Sophie heard a tiny voice singing after everyone had gone home, she never told anyone. So in this version of the gingerbread story, the gingerbread baby was not eaten. Look for our afternoon read aloud.